Hello there everybody, you are the audience, my name is Super Sonic Blur, and welcome back to the next episode of Professor Layton vs Phoenix Wright. Last time, we finished off Chapter 8 at the top of the Tower of Terror, and now, we are on to Chapter 9, The Last Inquisitor. The Professor has returned, the Storyteller is alive, and court is now in session again. However, I must say I am quite surprised at the recent turn of events. To see Miss Kira at the witness stand once again, frankly, I cannot believe my eyes. You were most certainly sent to the flames as a witch. That's right, I was there, I saw it, she most certainly was. Then how is she still alive? Is it because she's a witch? Can witches not die? No, she must have used Demir and vanished just in time. I say send her straight to the fire. We'll do it ourselves if we have to. Enough. A witch must be in possession of a Telea Magica in order to use magic. I hate to disappoint you all, but do you see such a thing on her person? I think not. But she must have... that girl must have used Demir. Surely you can see that, High Inquisitor. Demir is a spell able to make someone disappear from sight. It cannot make one vanish entirely. And besides, an investigation conducted by the Knights of the Inquisition has concluded that this girl is not capable of using magic. What? So, hang on. If you have a test that conducts if someone is capable of using magic, why are these trials even a thing? Listen well, Miss Kira. Your existence alone jeopardizes the very peace of Labyrinthia, yet given the current situation, it is now imperative that you testify to this court regarding what you saw immediately. Objection. That will not be necessary. But what? This girl has already been convicted and tried as a witch in a previous trial. What good could come of her testimony? Objection. But she was found hiding at the crime scene. I'd say that makes her a very important witness, a witness whose testimony we cannot choose to ignore. High Inquisitor Darklaw, I'm afraid your objection is overruled. You wish to proceed then? Very well. Let us see just how much of her story this girl is willing to tell the court, shall we? There's no doubt about it. Miss Kira must have escaped through the passage leading under the Chamber of Fire. Although, from the looks of it, the judge doesn't have a clue that escape route even exists. I wish he'd hurry up and get the hint. I'm dying to take this helmet off already. The top of my head really itches. Sorry, Maya. Take that thing off now and we're as good as done. Just hang in there a little while longer. Very well, witness. You may begin your testimony. Explain to the court how you are standing here in court today, and why you are hiding at the crime scene. What do you have to say? I am not familiar with this Kira you keep talking about. I came from the Eldritch Woods. I came to this town to summon forth the fire dragon and kill the storyteller. As it rained, I waited near the bell tower, next to the vigilantes, for my chance. I was only there to carry out my orders. I don't know anything else outside of that. You came here to kill the storyteller? Yes, that was my task. Keep in mind, this girl was not the one who summoned the fire dragon in the end. That was the accused. As I warned you earlier, there is nothing to be gained from this witch's testimony.
Objection!
Now hold on. She is still present at the scene of the crime with the intent to murder the storyteller. The defense insists that we be permitted to continue with our cross-examination on those grounds. Darklaw is really trying to weasel her way out of this cross-examination. That means there has to be something there. I must admit, I too am extremely interested in hearing what this witness has to say. Defender, you may begin your interrogation. Alright. Let's see what we can do here then. My role and identity. I am not familiar with this Kira you keep talking about. I came from the Eldritch Woods. Fine. I came to this town to summon forth the fire dragon and kill the storyteller.
Hold it!
Did you just say fire dragon? Phoenix, come on, that's not what I want to know. I want to know who gave you your orders, that kind of stuff. Yes, it was all part of my orders. I was told to come here this evening and wait for the right moment when the storyteller would appear before the people. Only then was I supposed to shout out the incantation as loudly as possible. O great beast of the inferno, heed my call, Granworm! I didn't do anything. I believe this bears repeating. The girl does not possess a scepter. It is impossible for her to summon any sort of magical dragon. Yes. Quite right, High Inquisitor. Then why are you hiding underneath the bench, Your Honor? Ahem. Yes, well, it is as I thought then. She could not have cast the spell. I believe I have made it perfectly clear this girl is not the Great Witch Bizella. Naturally, the Great Witch is that girl there, Espella Cantabella. There can be no other. As it rained, I waited near the bell tower next to the vigilantes for my chance. Did they not see you then? How did they not see you? Hold it right there, Miss Kira. You snuck right past the vigilantes? Yes, that's right. My orders at the time were to... The girl is a witch. Therefore, something as simple as vanishing from sight is child's play. Isn't that right, witness? Yes, that is correct. Aha! I remember now. Just a few days ago, this girl used that very vanishing spell to me, if memory serves. Well, what are you gawking at, witness? Continue with your testimony. What was that just now? I could have sworn I just saw Kira's face turn even paler than normal. I was only there to carry out my orders. I don't know anything else outside of that.
Hold it!
Miss Kira, who exactly gave you your orders? I cannot say. And why is that? I am not to disclose the identity of the one who has given me my orders. That in itself is an order. Convenient. I am only supposed to carry out my orders. Nothing more. I do not know anything else. And besides, there is nothing more that I can really do. Nothing more she can do? But hold on just a minute. Surely you are capable of using magic. You are a witch, are you not? I am not a witch. What did you just say? I cannot use magic. She can't use magic? This girl is a witch. Every person in this courtroom knows that as a matter of fact. There can be nary a doubt. And yet, was it not you who said that she's not capable of using magic, Darklaw? Come on, what is this? This is a joke. You're going back and forth on yourself here. Doesn't look like there's much to work with. Even though she just finished explaining everything, I still don't fully understand. Oh man, Nick. You don't think that Kira is actually some sort of crazy magical zombie, do you? Why, you went through the same thing as Kira. Did you become a magical zombie? Oh yeah. I guess not, huh? Look, and I couldn't believe it was Kira when we ran into her at the marketplace. I mean, we were sure that she was a goner back at that trial. I don't think I'm far off, though. This Kira is way different than the old Kira. It looks like she doesn't remember a thing. She's almost like another person entirely. But, what if that's just it, Maya? What if the Kira right here, right now, is the real Kira, and the old Kira wasn't? The real Kira, huh? Yeah, and that's why I think I'm bound to find something useful in her testimony. We can do this, Nick. I hope you're ready to slam on some desks, because we're gonna do some serious pressing here. I'm not familiar. Yeah, we now need to go back to this one. This. We need to press more on this. Hold it right there, Miss Kira. Yeah, we saw that. Yes, the girl is a witch. Therefore, something as simple as vanishing. Yeah, you just said that you were a witch, and now you're saying you're not. Yeah. What was that just now? I could've Wait a second. There's something not right about this testimony. It's just a hunch, but... Miss Kira, I have one simple question for you. You stated earlier in your testimony that you snuck past the vigilantes guarding the bell tower and went right inside. Tell me, did you use the spell Demir to get by them? That must certainly be the case. Had she not, she would have surely been spotted.
Objection.
But, remember what she let slip just a moment or two ago? She denied being a witch, and stated she cannot use magic. Ah! Therefore, if that's true, then you, Miss Kira, would not have been able to use Demir at all!
Objection.
What a ridiculous argument. How else would this girl have been able to walk right into the bell tower unnoticed by the guards? Explain that.
Objection.
I have a better idea. How about we have the witness herself explain it to you? What do you say, Miss Kira? I am not a witch. And I cannot use magic. So then, exactly how were you able to ascend the bell tower without being noticed? Witness, amend your testimony this instant. Okay. What's going on? There's got to be another way she got into the bell tower unseen. But other than magic, I have no idea what that could be. I was wearing the robe of invisibility, so no one would be able to see me there. Oh? A robe of invisibility, huh? You mean this? There was, in fact, a robe dropped and left at the crime scene tonight. A robe? Miss Kira, that robe of invisibility that you mentioned earlier wouldn't happen to be this one right here, would it?
Objection.
How ludicrous are you trying to tell the court that that is the robe of invisibility? If that's really a robe of invisibility, then how is it that we can see it right now? Dirty white spots and all. Well, she's kind of got a point there. Oh, hey! What if the robe actually disappears if you wear it? Give it here, Nick! Watch and wonder as Maya the Magnificent disappears before your very eyes! Ha! So, are you amazed yet? Yeah, I'm amazed. How totally ridiculous you look in that. Hey, what gives? This thing's busted or something. I didn't disappear at all. Well, that's not it. No. Huh? Tonight, at the bell tower, I was wearing that robe. What did you say? So you were wearing that robe, but... Order! I say order! But, how is that possible? The robe did not disappear at all just now. That's because of the white powder on it. It's usually not that dirty. Oh, you mean these spots here? Please don't tell me. Oh yeah! Patty totally unloaded an entire bag of flour on those nights, remember? Not to mention, it was still raining when we were up there. That flour must have gotten nice and wet, so it stained the robe. Say, what if we try washing the flour off? Ah. There is a small water fountain at the edge of the square. Head there right now and wash the robe so that we can go to the bottom of this. Quickly now. So we have an invisible robe, one that disappears when it's not got anything touching it? That's weird. Alright, this shouldn't be too hard. Take note, Nick. This is how you do the laundry. Cough, cough, back home. See? All you have to do is throw the robe into the water like so. Give it a... Wait. What? So, do you see anything, Maya? That's just it. I don't see a thing. It's disappeared. What? I frantically took a closer look in the water in the fountain, but the robe had actually vanished without a trace right there inside the fountain. Okay. Defender? What is the meaning of this? How have you lost such a vital piece of evidence? Your Honor, it wasn't on purpose. Trust me, I wish I knew how it happened. Can't believe it. The robe actually disappeared from sight. I don't quite know what you're talking about. I can see the robe just fine. Huh? Look, it's right here, see? No, Miss Kira, I really don't see, because there's nothing to see. So, is that how it works? Putting the robe on makes you disappear completely from sight. But from the looks of it, only Kira is able to actually see the robe itself. It is not just me. It's all inhabitants of the Eldritch Woods. All of us can see the robe. The Eldritch Woods. Our village lies deep within the recess of the forest, in a world much different from this one. That's where I live. As long as we obey the law of the land, we are allowed to live there. I knew it. There's definitely something different about Kira compared to the rest of the townspeople here. For the time being, seeing as only the witness can see the robe, we will cover it in flour again for the sake of visibility. Okay then. But there's still one tiny thing bothering me. Miss Kira, your robe was found on the middle floor of the bell tower, the same floor where we found my client. However, you were hiding on the upmost level of the bell tower. You testified a little while ago that you dropped your robe, but I have to wonder, what exactly were you doing on that top floor? It would seem there is still much we must ask this witness. What say you, High Inquisitor Darklaw? 'Tis the Inquisition's duty to follow my lord's decision on such matters. I have no objections. Very well. Witness, you are hereby ordered to continue with your testimony. Tell us what happened between your sneaking up to the top floor of the bell tower and tonight's most terrible crime. Yes, okay. What happened on the top floor, huh? I was waiting on the middle floor of the tower. I started to turn around, but I was too late. They attacked me from behind. There was nothing I could do. My arm was restrained, and the attacker covered my mouth. As I struggled to get away, I think I managed to pull something off my attacker. That's when I lost consciousness. I woke up to find myself next to the bell on the top floor of the tower. Witness, are you saying someone attacked you while you were in the bell tower? Yes, that is correct. But who? I don't know. They attacked me from behind, so I couldn't see who it was. So, you were unconscious the entire time after that? That's why I was unable to complete my mission. But even if I hadn't been unconscious, I couldn't have done anything trapped up in the belfry like that. I wonder if that weird contraption we found there was used to move Kira up to the belfry. At least, I can't see any other way she could have gotten up there. You heard the witness. She was locked up in the belfry of the tower. In other words, she couldn't have had anything to do with tonight's events. Therefore, there is no need for this utterly useless interrogation.
Objection!
Not so fast. The witness also testified that someone attacked her tonight. Defender, are you implying that this attacker could have been Bizella? I cannot say for certain, Your Honor. Regardless, the defense requests that we be allowed to cross-examine this witness. Request granted. Now then, defender, you may begin your interrogation. And here's where the fun begins. Let's see if we can coax this mysterious second witch out of hiding. Well, the first thing I think we need to do is, we've got the, what they pulled off their attacker. I want to press that. I was on the middle floor of the tower. I turned around, but I was too late. They attacked me from behind. There was nothing I could do. My arm was restrained, and the attacker covered my mouth. As I struggled to get away, I think I managed to rip something off my attacker. Well, that's the first place to start. Miss Kira, you stated that you felt yourself snap something off your attacker. Would that thing by any chance be this right here? Oh, look at this though. That animation. That's it! I recognize that shape! That's the object that I grabbed! What did you say? But that's the accused's pendant, is it not? No, it's not. Not quite, Your Honor. There are actually two pendants like this. The one you see here is the counterpart to Miss Counterbella's pendant. Now that you mention it, I remember. The necklace was actually very tough. It really didn't rip off so easily. So, I struggled against it, tugging and pulling at it for a bit. I must have scratched their neck in the process. Wait a second. You mean you scratched your attacker's neck? I think so, but I don't know for sure. Nick, in that case, that means the dark stuff on this necklace could be... Yeah, it could be the attacker's blood. That's a lot of blood. Like, depending on, I mean, that's what? If that's on your necklace, that's on the right side of the neck. You grab the right side of someone's neck and scratch. That's a deep scratch to pull at for something like this. As the court can see, there are still traces of blood left on the necklace itself. However, take one good look at my client and you'll notice that there are no visible scars or cuts of any kind around her neck. Ergo, there is no way Miss Cantabella could be Miss Kira's attacker.
Objection!
Nice try, defender, but I must stop you right there. Huh? Have you already forgotten what I told you? The Great Witch can use any spell in existence. She could have easily healed any such wound in the blink of an eye. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I already miss Inquisitor Barnum. Man, we really can't catch a break on this one, huh, Nick? Wait, does such a spell even exist? Let us resume the interrogation. We've had this before! We've had this crap of, like, when we pull the, oh, they use magic, we get pulled with, oh, they can't have used magic, give us something substantial. And now when it's us going against it, it's this case of, oh, but she used magic. And it's like, oh, that's a fair example. Fuck off, double standard bullshit kangaroo court, motherfuckers. As I struggled to get away, I think I managed to pull something off my attacker. They attacked me from behind. There was nothing I could do. A restraint covered my own mouth. This is one that might be interesting to look at. Because...
Hold it!
Was the person male or female, or are you not sure? I don't remember much. But I do know the person easily overpowered me. I remember they grabbed my left wrist. I tried to scream, but they quickly covered my mouth before I had a chance. I desperately tried to break their hold, but it was no good. It sounds like the attacker managed to restrict her movements from behind. Still, saying that, there's definitely something not right here. Something about her testimony just doesn't add up. Yeah. Something about it is a tiny bit different from what we've heard so far. I think it'd be a good idea to check the court record again, Nick. As I struggled to get away, I think I managed to pull the pendant away from the attacker behind me. Okay. They attacked me from behind, they restrained, nothing I could do. But, let's have a look at that then. They attacked me from behind. My arm was restrained, the attacker covered my mouth, there was nothing. So... this doesn't make sense.
Objection!
This just doesn't add up. Miss Kira, there's something a little strange about your testimony just now. Wouldn't you say? Huh? You stated that you were attacked from behind, and that the attacker grabbed you by the wrist, correct? Yes, that's right. Assuming that was in fact the case, then I'd say no matter how much you struggled, there's no way you could have been able to yank this pendant off. Don't you think? Yeah, like, if you've got someone behind you trying to grab their neck, if they've grabbed your left wrist, like, and you've got just your right hand, you're going for, like, this motion. Especially since, if we have a quick look at the court record, we know that it's on the right-hand side. So you went like this. Your response to having your left hand grabbed and something over your mouth was to do this? No, I'm sorry, that just doesn't make any sense. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense. This strap on the pendant is too short. There's no way you could have reached behind you and then managed to pull it off. That's a good point. Miss Kira, the only way you would have been able to yank this pendant off of your attacker is if they were standing directly in front of you. No! Order! Order, I say! Witness, is this true?
Objection!
The witness was the victim of a physical attack. It is only natural that she'd be a bit confused on some details.
Objection.
Not details like that. Hi, Inquisitor. I wouldn't exactly call mistaking the location of your attacker being a bit confused. I'd call it more of a barefaced lie. Well now, Defender, I see you are as pathetically short-sighted as ever. Your argument is only valid assuming that this girl actually saw her attacker. If she was not able to see this person, well, I'd say it makes no difference whether they were standing. Then that means the attacker was also wearing one of these robes? No, they couldn't have been. That is impossible, my lord. As the witness already stated earlier, only residents of the Eldritch Woods are able to see these robes. In short, the attacker must have been a witch and must have disappeared from sight with the use of magic. You must mean the Great Witch Bezella. There is one more thing proving the attacker to be a witch. And just what might that be? The witness has stated that she lost consciousness. If you take a look in the Grand Grimoire, you will notice a spell called Feign-Fall. Witness, allow me to ask you, did you hear the incantation of this spell? Now that you mention it, I do remember hearing something like that. Say what? Great, just what we needed. Another bloody spell. Ah, here it is. Feign-Fall. Causes those who hear the incantation to lose all consciousness. We must not forget the Great Witch can use any and all magic at will. Incantation causes those who hear the incantation to lose consciousness. The effect takes hold the second the incantation is heard. Witness, amend your testimony to reflect this important piece of information. Yes, right away. No, there's something wrong on that. How is it that... that doesn't make sense. If the Great Witch Bezella went up there, attacked Kira, why would they attack and not just use Feign-Fall straight away? Oh boy, I can't believe you managed to get out of that one. But still, I'm not about to give up just yet. I'll keep going until we finally get to the bottom of who this attacker really is. Now then, let us continue with the interrogation. I heard the incantation for Feign-Fall before I could even turn around. Yep, that doesn't work.
Objection.
Miss Kira, I have watched you at this witness stand the entire trial, desperately trying to keep something hidden from the rest of the court. I wonder if you're familiar with the saying, a lie begets more lies? It means multiple lies are bound to unravel and leave your story with more holes than Swiss cheese. Get to the point, Defender. According to the Grand Grimoire, Feign-Fall causes a person to lose all consciousness. It's written here in black and white. Its effect takes hold the second the incantation is heard. Miss Kira, you testified as follows. You heard the incantation for Feign-Fall and immediately became aware of the presence of your attacker. Then you put up a fight. But if you really did hear that incantation, there's no way you would have been able to yank that pendant from your assailant. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? The meaning of the meaning is that Miss Kira didn't actually hear the incantation that she claimed she did. But then, why? Why on earth was this girl unconscious? Kira was definitely knocked out by whoever attacked her. And when she woke up, she found herself up on the top floor of the bell tower. It's possible Miss Kira was rendered unconscious by something other than magic. The answer here is obvious. Something other than magic must have knocked her out.
Objection.
And what, may I ask, makes you so certain of that? Is it not possible that another spell could have been used?
Objection.
That's just not possible. You, of all people, should know that. What? Miss Kira's claim that she heard someone say the incantation is completely false. Even so, that wouldn't be too much of a problem if she actually had heard an incantation. That's right. However, going by her testimony, that can't have been the case. The only spell capable of making someone lose consciousness is Feign-Fall. Isn't that right, High Inquisitor Darklaw? Defender, are you claiming there is another way besides magic that could have been used to render Miss Kira unconscious? There's only one other thing that crossed my mind. I'm speaking, of course, about sleeping medicine. Sleeping medicine? If you remember, Miss Kira stated that the attacker covered her mouth before she could scream. In doing that, the attacker was able to administer a potent sleep medicine, thus putting Miss Kira out like a light. And we know such things exist because we know that Ymir has had an effect of one when it was a liquid. What if it was also something that you could inhale? If that was on a cloth covering her mouth, then it wouldn't just be covering to stop her screaming, but also make her inhale that chloroform. Indeed. That does make sense. Therefore, Your Honor, the attacker did not necessarily have to be Bizella. I mean, why would an all-powerful being capable of commanding any and all magic need to resort to drugging someone?
Objection.
Hold it right there, Defender. They managed to sneak past the guards and make their way up into the bell tower. Clearly, they must have used magic to appear invisible.
Objection.
You don't need magic to make yourself disappear, High Inquisitor. Throw this on and getting past those guards in the tower is a piece of cake. The robe of invisibility. But, despite all that, there's still one glaring problem. Miss Kira... Yes? You admitted to the court earlier that you were attacked from the front, correct? If that's the case, then there's only one possible conclusion we can draw. You, Miss Kira, were entirely capable of seeing your attacker's face. Why is that? I didn't... It's simple. You even said it yourself. Only residents of the Eldritch Woods are able to see this robe. That means, Miss Kira, there is a piece of this puzzle that only you could possibly know. Only you can tell us the identity of the person who entered the bell tower and attacked you tonight. Come on. I can't tell you. No matter what happens, I just can't tell you, no matter what. You see, everyone? This witness has been covering up for someone from the very start of this trial. What? But luckily for us, we won't be needing any more of Miss Kira's testimony. Because the answer is staring us right in the face. I'm speaking, of course, about the true identity of Miss Kira's attacker. All the clues so far point to one person. Defender, I take it you are prepared to prove such a serious accusation? I am. Alright, it looks like it all comes down to this. Now we'll finally see who's been pulling the strings this whole time. Very well, Defender. Please tell the court. Who is the one responsible for attacking the witness and locking her up in the top of the tower?
Take that!
The answer is obvious, Your Honor. It was you! High Inquisitor Darklaw! What? Order in the court! Inconceivable! There is no way! I must say, Defender, and look at this. On the left-hand side, covering the neck. Does that really fit right, though? Your courage is impressive, however reckless you may be. Accusing a High Inquisitor is no small feat, I assure you. However, with serious accusations comes serious consequences. One small misstep, and I will personally see that you never set foot in this courtroom ever again. Mark my words, Defender. I understand. My, how confident. Let us see if that confidence of yours is well justified. Miss Kira's attacker drugged her with sleep medicine. It likely took no more than a few seconds for her to lose consciousness. The medicine must have been very potent. True. After all, its effects appear somewhat familiar to magic. There's only one person I can think of in all of Labyrinthia who could supply you with that kind of medicine. Sir Newton Belduke.
Objection!
Defender, you are aware that Sir Belduke has been deceased for over 3 months now, are you not? That's a fact I'm well aware of, believe me. While he was still alive, Sir Belduke provided the citizens of this town with a variety of medicines for whatever ailed them. But it wasn't just medicine, he also created some very dangerous concoctions. That's why, after he passed away, all of his medicines and creations were confiscated. Confiscated? Inquisitor Barnum said as much in the last witch trial. The victim was an alchemist after all. We were hoping the items confiscated from his study could provide some clues. Besides, such things must not fall into the wrong hands. It may not be standard practice, but it was deemed necessary. The confiscated goods are stored in our secret vault. The only person with access to them is the High Inquisitor, Lady Darklaw.
Objection!
So because I have access to the medicine, I must be the only one that used it. Is that what you're getting at, Defender? That's right. Unfortunately for you, I would hardly call that proof. You said it yourself. Sir Belduke concocted a plethora of dangerous medicines in his efforts to assist the people of the town. He was well known for this fact, a fact that he no doubt was none too pleased with. As such, it is highly likely that those same dangerous substances are still scattered throughout the town. And therefore, Defender, it is entirely plausible that the culprit was able to get their hands on such dangerous medicine. Indeed. Long has Sir Belduke's medicine played an active part in maintaining the health of this town's citizens. There is plenty of reason to believe someone with more dangerous medicines still remain within Labyrinthia. A piece of advice, Defender. The next time you speak in court, I recommend you try procuring some real evidence before spouting such idiotic assertions. If you fail to do so, your next words will be uttered to the flames. Figures. I knew she wouldn't take that argument sitting down. Both High Inquisitor Darklaw and Inquisitor Barnum are the very harbingers of justice of Labyrinthia. Raising such an accusation against either one of them without valid reason will result in the most severe of punishments. What does he mean by the most severe of punishments? I think the judge is saying that if I don't start making a case, we're going to be paying Sir Belduke a visit real soon. I need to present some decisive evidence and fast. I'm pretty sure I should be able to do that much. High Inquisitor Darklaw is the attacker, and the one thing that proves that has to be Darklaw herself. The defense believes that there is one clue here linking High Inquisitor Darklaw to the crime. High Inquisitor! That clue is actually still on you right now. On me? I must admit, I do not know where you are going with this, Defender, but please point out this clue to the court. Show us this clue supposedly still on the High Inquisitor's person. It is right here on your neck. I bet Apollo would have been going absolutely crazy there with his bracelets, like just there, like his arms practically just blue, like everything she does is there. Actually, maybe Athena as well be there. Maybe she has some Cyclops. The High Inquisitor's neck? You don't mean... Miss Kira yanked this pendant off her attacker's neck. Take a look at the necklace. It still has a bit of blood left on it. According to her earlier testimony, when Miss Kira pulled out the necklace, she supposedly felt herself scratch the attacker's neck. Is that correct, Miss Kira? Yes. Therefore, the attacker should still have a mark on their neck from having been scratched. Oh, would you mind letting the court take a look at your neck, High Inquisitor Darklaw? I'm pretty sure that underneath that high collar we'll find exactly the mark we're looking for. Unless, of course, you were able to get rid of it with magic. Good job. You've either pinned... So what? This is a catch-22 right now. Either there's no mark, meaning it's magic, meaning it's the use of you're a witch, or there is a mark. Most impressive. What? I have to say, Defender, you've managed to finally hone that dull blade of yours into something of use. You are correct. There is in fact a mark on my neck that I did receive tonight. What? What? Lady Darklaw? What's the meaning of all this? Does that mean Lady Darklaw is the Great Witch? Your Honor! Yes, I see you're still here, Defender. Your Honor, I know you're shocked and everything, but come on, work with me here. Your Honor, the defense would like to call High Inquisitor Darklaw to the witness stand. What did you just say? It's quite clear that the High Inquisitor has some connection to what transpired tonight. And what's more, there is a chance that she used her position of authority as High Inquisitor to frame my client as the Great Witch. But never in all my years as a judge of this court has an Inquisitor been asked to take the stand in the middle of a trial. Well, we're going to have to make some history here if we're going to finally go to get the truth, Your Honor. Even so, this trial cannot continue any further without an Inquisitor. Hey, in that case, how about you get Inquisitor Barnum and... Inquisitor Barnum remains incarcerated in the underground dungeons for the crime of treason against the storyteller. I don't think he will be able to make it to this party. No way! And now we see why Darklaw was so quick to try and call that into question. She goaded Barnum into such thinking, and then called it treason. This wasn't just for the sake of making her take the place, but it was a secondary failsafe. Most regrettable, Defender. This whole thing is hopeless, unless High Inquisitor Darklaw takes the witness stand. Speller will be done for, and the truth along with her. But on the other hand, without an Inquisitor on the other side, the trial can't continue, and the outcome would end up the same. What should I do?
Hold it.
I believe I could be of assistance here.
I believe I can fill that role.
Wait, what are you saying?
And this...
I can prove conclusively that Espella Cantabella is, in fact, the great witch Bazella.
Well, 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 what a turnabout of events.
Now, Mr. Wright, the time has come at last to settle this once and for all.
Both of these two have to push for the truth.
We've been waiting for the professor to show up. If there was anyone who could find some decisive evidence to win this thing, it was him. However, he ended up standing behind the Inquisitor's bench. The professor wasn't on our side here. I had to wonder, what the heck was going to happen?
And just what will happen indeed, that we will find to in what could very well be the final episode of Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. But that is for next time. For now, we're going to have to go ahead and end things off here. Rather long episode. But if you have enjoyed it, then do be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And to share this stuff so other people can know that it exists. My name has been Supersonic Blur. You guys have been a fantastic audience, and I shall see you all next time.